Yesterday, AMC said that they're entering a new multi-billion-dollar business, and people, after hearing about this being around popcorn, producing popcorn, and people started thinking, well, is this a joke? I mean, people asked me if I was serious talking about this being a good thing for the company moving forward, because it is a good thing. And yeah, it is not a joke, because we have to stop and step back a little bit, all right? Step back a little bit and stop really only seeing this just as a short squeeze play, because this is a company with real people working for the company, and this is a real stock also played and part of the mechanics of the stock market. And you just cannot exclude these things when you look closely and try to analyze this stock and the trading aspect of it when it comes to when or the catalyst for the short squeeze. You just cannot eliminate and exclude this, because it's a company with its own fundamentals, with its own, business practices, and with its own growth potential besides the short squeeze thing. All right. Now let's look a little bit at what I'm going to prove to you why this whole popcorn thing, it's not a joke. First of all, this is from Trade Trades. He posted it on Twitter earlier this morning. 900%. Popcorn profit margin. If you want to offer a healthy option or one that's more decadent, the profitability of popcorn is undeniable. At movies, arenas, and other similar venues, the margin can be as much as 900%. Once the initial investment of the equipment is made, you are really only looking at a few cents worth of corn, salt, and oil. All right. And this is if you want to make a specific type of popcorn. Guess what? AMC already have been doing popcorn for the last century. Since the company was born in 1920, it's been 100 years, a little bit over 100 years that AMC has been producing and selling popcorn. So now it's just, as Adam Aaron mentions, a logical and natural way of expanding definitely into that specific type of business. Now moving on to another post from another fellow apes in the name of username Sonser for Hire on Reddit. He mentioned this: popcorn sellers are going to make hundreds of millions a year, and anyone who is hating on this is a fucking clown. And I definitely back this. Why? Just selling to half the US grocery stores $21,050 a month. At minimum $3 a box, you are talking about $3.15 million a month. That is an average of $38 million a year. 15% of cost to sell leaves you with $32 million. That's only half the stores on a very low ball unit sale total. Now, remember, AMC is a brand name, and it has a community over 4 million deep globally, and probably much more. I'm thinking about the 8 millions. Branding is huge in sales, and AMC has communities and theaters not only in the US but around the world. All right, Middle East, Europe, etc., etc. It's so simple, low overhead, and easily branded with special advertising concepts from movies and AMC promos. You're talking about millions and millions to be made. Now, AMC will most likely do between 600 to 800 million a year in gross margin or gross profits on popcorn sales alone. Remember, this quarter, AMC is supposedly to disclose revenues around the $740 or $38 million just for the quarter. So if popcorn can bring an equivalent of a decent quarter for AMC, this is an additional revenue. But guess what? This is the type of values, the type of indicators, the type of things that value investors, what I call the OG investor, people like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, this is the kind of indicators and numbers they want to see in a company before getting into the play. And whenever they get into the play, I mean, they get heavy, right? They bring the deep pockets. So if you ask me, this is definitely bullish. So if you see this as a joke, stop being a nerd, man, and see between the lines. This is a good thing. It's a smart move. All right.